Well, House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Kevin Brady today saying he is considering repealing ObamaCare's individual mandate as part of the tax reform bill. Take a listen.
So the president feels very strongly about including this at some step before the final process, and he's told me that twice by phone and once in person. And we've asked for the updated score. No decisions have been made. We're listening to the members and certainly the president as well.
Joining me now to discuss whether that would doom efforts to overhaul the tax code, especially in the Senate, Congressman Mark Walker. He is chairman of the Republican Study Committee. He's also a member of the House Oversight Committee, about which more in a moment. So, Congressman Walker, I'm thinking there's already so much in this tax bill. Do we really need to load more of it, particularly in something as contentious as health care?
I think it's a good move. I know yesterday in conference, Chairman Brady answered dozens and dozens of questions. The reason why: it allows us to stay on track of fulfilling the promises that we've made to the American people. And if you can rip the direct components of the individual mandate out, you're pumping $300 billion back into the economy. I'm for it. I think it's a good thing, and I agree with the president as well as the chairman.
But the Senate, Congressman, the Senate, they have been the stumbling block for so many things over the past 6 or 7 months during the Trump presidency. Wouldn't that give them an excuse, another excuse, to reject the tax bill in its whole?
It may be, and I think that's where Chairman Brady was wise in vetting this as it comes out of markup next week. Hopefully we can do our homework and see what kind of pushback we would have. My preference would be that the Senate would get on board of this. This is something that they all voted for just 2 years ago, and reducing or removing the individual mandate goes a long way of fulfilling that promise. Like I said, I think it's a good idea. Hopefully we get some traction over there, but at the same time, you're exactly right. We're not going to do something that careens the whole deal. This is about reducing tax rates for all. It's about helping small businesses do exactly what they do best: compete, provide jobs, and we wouldn't want to get in the way of that.
How much confidence do you have in the Senate leadership? Because, again, you guys did pass, after a lot of to-do, you passed health care. It went to the Senate, stalled. Are you losing confidence in Senator McConnell?
I don't have a great deal of confidence over there. I'm hoping that our brothers and sisters in the Senate feel the same urgency from the constituents that we in the House feel. That's why we've got close to 300 pieces of legislation sitting in the Senate right now. We urge them to get moving, but we're all about tax reform right now. We hope they'll partner with us. I know they may want to tweak or do some different things, but I hope that the president's right. This would make a great Christmas present for all Americans.
Congressman, if you don't mind, I want to switch to your duties as oversight member of the Oversight Committee, because they look into things like, for example, fusion GPS, or like the Uranium One deal. Just to throw one question out there that you guys may be able to tackle as to who paid for that Trump dossier. We know that the Democratic National Committee Hillary campaign was involved somehow. Hillary has said she didn't do it. Debbie Wasserman Schultz said she didn't do it. Wouldn't you like to know, and aren't you interested in investigating that?
We are very interested in looking into that. Listen, if you're paying for everything else at the DNC, I don't think it's too far out of bounds to think that you may have paid for that. Still early. We want to know about that. Our chairman, Trey Gowdy, is doing a great job putting together already a small committee to look back at the 2016 DOJ decisions. There's just some things that don't add up. When you have a board committing $143 million to the Clinton Foundation, when former President Clinton gets twice the amount of his normal speaking fees at $500,000, things aren't just adding up. So it's incumbent upon us, specifically in this committee, the House Oversight Committee, or Oversight Government Reform, to make sure that we're turning all over the stones here.
Well, and specifically since the president has shown frustration about whether the Justice Department is going to investigate, right?
Right, yeah, you have to be careful from the executive branch ordering other things in other branches. However, this is congressional oversight, so this is something that we should be able to pick up the ball with, and I think Chairman Trey Gowdy is going to do a fine job of doing that.
Congressman Mark Walker, good luck to you, Congressman. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.